how would reading and studying work in Hogwarts Legacy? I've been thinking about that though, because you know we could go to our classes and everything on Hogwarts Legacy. I'm looking forward to how that's gonna work, how the studying part is gonna work. Can we study anytime we want? Like, how is that gonna really work? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to this, bro. Like, this is one thing I do want to get into. Let's see how this is.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex.
Shout out to Podcast Now.
I want to talk about studying/reading in Hogwarts Legacy. If you can believe it, yes, we are going to do this topic, but it's because it's something we really have never talked about before. Now, I actually got this suggestion from Logan Gallant over on
It has
Twitter.
not been talked about.
He had asked me the question, what do you think about reading, studying? And we have briefly touched upon it. But in terms of can you swim and jumping and these more like full-length or sneaking out, right? Like we've had some full-length discussions on certain aspects of this game. And we've never really done one with the idea of, you know, how important is the library and what can you actually do with books in this game, right? How integral are they going to be to the game? So that's what I want to talk about in this video. I do think they're going to be somewhat integral. This is easily something I could see hiding until the game comes out. This is, you know, like for swimming, it's kind of 50-50. Like, should you show swimming before the game actually comes out? I mean, I would certainly like it, but if you wanted to hide it until the game came out, you'd have a lot of people with their minds blown, you know, when the game actually releases. But reading and studying, it's something like, you know, how it maybe influences the leveling up of your character and unlocking things, right, in your kind of abilities. They have focused an okay amount on the library. We even had the librarian, right, in the
we got
CCXP
all that
trailer,
shit, bro.
I believe.
So I'm trying to figure out.
Very quick little clip. So, like, they have shown it a little bit. I think even you and Sebastian, there's a little, you know, kind of segment where there's reading and books in the library as well. So I do imagine it's going to be pretty integral, and it's integral really to the books and movies of Harry Potter too. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge and a plot, like things to actually progress the plot that can be learned by having characters talk about what they read in a book or they learned something because of a book. And I don't think that's something you can kind of just, you know, shrug off in this game. I do think reading and books, of course, have to be a integral part to it. Now, it doesn't have to get super in-depth. And what I mean by that, and there are people, I've seen this, I'm sure I'll actually get comments in this video talking about it. I'm sure there are people that would not mind at all. And in a way, I wouldn't. Like literally opening a book and having to read like page upon page upon page with actual words, like nonstop.
Nah, that would be OD. That would be OD.
But you read it in the game. I know there's people that have already said they would do that. You know, in
that would be cool though. I'll do it, but that would be
to
OD.
an extent. I mean, like I think I would do it like a little, just
a little
to
bit,
see it. But eventually, and again, that's why I kind of bring it up. You got to be real. You got to be.
Just be realistic, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to be like
for real.
that. If anything.
Hey, hold on. Let's be realistic. Nobody ain't about to sit there. Let's be honest, though. Like, on some real shit. Especially if you're streaming. We're not about to sit there and fucking read word for word, like, studying-wise. If that was the case, we're not doing that shit. We don't. Let's be real. We're not doing that shit. Now, if they showed, like, I would love, like, how they just did the potion shit, right? Like, you know, obviously, you can make your own potions and all that shit. That's amazing, obviously. But I love to have them, like, like a pan in. Like a pan in. When you start reading and studying, you could go through books. You could pick what you want to study, and he's actually sitting there, reading and flipping through the books, and like it's close up, and you could pick while he's doing that, while he's panned in, while he's close up and panned in, reading and everything at his desk or wherever at the library, wherever he's actually doing all that. You could pick what you want to study, things that you want to read, even if you just want to have fun and just go and do it, just to have realism. You know what I'm saying? Have some realistic fun. You can just do that. That would be that would be incredible. That would be incredible. That's something that I do want to see. I'm sure that's how it's going to be. In my opinion, that would be great. Same with eating. Like, you know how you can eat and everything, bro. That would be fucking incredible. Like, that would be insane, bro. That would be insane.
It would be, and this was an idea I had long ago when. Not necessarily when I never really thought this would be a simulation game, but if they took time maybe a little bit, not seriously, but if time was very specific, because it doesn't seem too specific, right? Day-night cycles, besides day-night cycles, it doesn't really differentiate between noon and 1 p.m., let's say.
I'm sorry, I have to stop this, but because I just thought about something with the eating shit. I want to see how that works, too. the eating mechanics in the Great Hall. You know the Great Hall. That's where they eat at. If I'm not mistaken, that's right? They eat in the Great Hall, right? The Great Hall, yeah, the Great Hall. That's one thing I do want to see. How that works. Can you be with friends? Will they have that pan in like while you're eating, like on some Red Dead Redemption type shit? Like, will that be the case? Like, can you actually? Because I know you can make friends and shit on here too, so that's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this shit, bruh.
God. Right? So back in that era where maybe it did. Maybe it literally told you the time. Maybe like having a required time.
Yeah. You young Hanzo, yeah, you could create your own character and everything. You could do all that.
Times you could just go out and do whatever where you dedicate to read. And it's almost like The Sims. You just have which in some ways, like decorating the room of requirement is very.
I was just talking about that.
Dreamlight Valley, Animal Crossing.
In my last video,
sim-like elements in this game. There are. I think people maybe thought that would be all the game, where it's only kind of select things.
No.
But in that era, I would have said, well, maybe you can dedicate some time every day or once a week or whatever to reading, and when you read, you gain this knowledge of some kind. So I don't think it's going to be that.
That'd be cool.
Do think the library will be in quests, whether it be main quests or side quests, but I do have a feeling you are going to be able to do something with books in this game to get ahead in some way.
Of course.
And it would have to be during like your spare time, which really, as we know in this game, right, is kind of all the time. So the game keeps track of day night. And then remember, really,
right.
to advance I just gave it away. To advance the time, like the seasons and the plot,
right.
You do the quest, you do the main quest, and that'll move things forward. So if you're not doing the main quest, things are just happening. Like just every day is just going on. It may not be November 11th and then November 12th and then
right.
November. It's not going to be like that, but the days will just keep going. So you're going to have a lot of free time. In fact, you're going to have as much or as little time as you want to give yourself, right? As a player going through just not doing main quests, you'll have as much or as little time as you want. So doing some sort of light reading, at the library, I think that'd be fun.
That'd be fucking
I think that'd
great.
be kind of a cool little sim-like approach, but it wouldn't be full on, right? Because you wouldn't be, again, saying, well, every day for 3 hours between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m., I'm going to read the book to gain, a trait. Maybe you have a trait that's like knowledge, and it's going to increase that trait to, you got to get it to level 5 or whatever. Like, it's not going to be that stuff, right? But it can be somewhat in that realm. Like, I would like to be able to learn at least one spell. Just one. I mean, give me one spell because you do something off the beaten path. And I guess,
hell yeah.
That opens up for a lot of other things, right? Not even necessarily reading, but I think it'd be cool to have something like that is important. And you can imagine, like, if you're literally living a student's life in Hogwarts, you're gonna gain some sort of knowledge from reading. So to have your character read a book in this game, and I imagine you're gonna be able to have them do that, but then have no impact on the character whatsoever, is not.
They're making a God of War show
realistic,
on Amazon.
right? Like, do you want to bring realism into discussions about video games in the wizarding world? Maybe not necessarily, but it does make sense that if you read, you gain some sort of knowledge from reading.
Of course.
I'm sure. Thing, right? So I say a spell, one spell. There's not an infinite amount of spells.
Sure, it's different
but
books,
maybe
everything.
Learning a potion or a charm or something that maybe there'd be more of, right? I can imagine there actually being several charms in this game, maybe more than spells, maybe more than potions, right? Maybe like literally just the quantity would be more. Maybe you learn one of them by reading, and you wouldn't learn it if you didn't read, or you could learn it a different way if you didn't read, right? Maybe you have to go to a class so many times. I mean, like, they could still do stuff like that. Maybe not going to a class so many times. I don't think the game will work like that anymore, but maybe doing a side quest with a certain professor that is optional. You don't have to do it. Maybe that would give you something. Or you don't have to do that. Bro. You could read. And if you read, you could get it instead. So I hope. I really do. I hope there's something like that. I easily imagine you're going to see other people do it. But, it gets a little
Marvel
controversial
Spider-Man 2 comes out next year.
It's like,
all right, let's get back into it, y'all.
Don't want to see other people do it. I would, and I think actually people have pointed that out. If you do want to dig at them just a little bit, to watch other people do Quidditch, to watch other people do Wizard's Chess,
that would be cool.
To watch other people swim, if that's the case, right? I'm just kind of
we can't fucking do Quidditch.
If we're only watching others do it, yes, that definitely adds to the realism and like having the world actually feel alive. And I will give them significant props for that because I've been asking for that, right? So I do like that. But if all we're doing is watching other people do things that honestly we would want to do in the game, then it becomes an issue.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying
exactly.
reading books is the breaking point, that if we can't read books,
Nick, we already know.
Read
he
books,
has a whole kid.
I'm going to flip a desk or something. I'm not saying that, but you guys get the point, right? I don't want it to be, well, reading would be fun. Well, we have reading, but you watch other people read. Well, swimming's fun. Well, yeah, swimming is fun, but you can watch other people swim. You can't do it.
We need to do that shit ourselves.
Eventually, it just becomes like, all right, well, why are you having everybody else do it, but the main character can't?
It's fucked up.
So that's
if that's
it
the
is something
case.
they have to be, careful.
This is why I don't want this. This is why I didn't want this game on PS4, because it's gonna hold back so much shit that we could do. I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know. Maybe not. But if that's the case, that's wild. Because Red Dead Redemption 2, you do everything on PS4. They pushed that shit to the limit. You know what I'm saying? So if they're gonna have this shit on PS4, which they already obviously they are, they need to push that shit to the fucking max, nigga. They need to allow us to do everything in the world. But if this was strictly PS5, bro, this would be the craziest game ever, bro.
Full on. And again, I'm not saying reading a book is the breaking point, but it would just be another one of those things tagged onto it. But I could see reading happening, to be honest with you. Just what it would do to your character. Obviously a little bit more fuzzy on, not 100% sure. Right. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Let me know your theories, your thoughts.
This was a great video,
Make sure
bro.
you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.
That was a great ass video, bro.
Best friends.
Why? I don't.
Get the fuck on my fucking page, bitch. Anyway, that was a great video, bro. Shout out to Podcast Now. Shout out to them guys over there, man. Bro, yeah, what y'all think about that, man? What y'all think? Are they gonna have all this stuff in the game? Cause damn it, they need to. If they don't, it's over with. But hey, man, y'all make sure y'all like the stream, bro. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please turn on notifications. I am going to be uploading mad videos. I'm about to work on some videos right now. So, yeah. Definitely do that, all right? Y'all do that. I'm going to catch y'all, man.
Fuck college, I'd rather acknowledge this monetizing very well on the scale that my hope prevailed on this logic. Mama and grandma told me to go, they forcing this topic. I promise that my dreams are important schemes in the process. Morally thinking about all the debt and messing it seems. Stressing indeed the doubt and the pain that family brings. Surprising with all the whys at the time I'm only